In this demonstration, we'll see how we can create our very first ASP.NET MVC 5 application using Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition. To get this done, let's actually click on File, New Project, and then simply select C#. Ensure you select ASP.NET Web Application, and I'm actually trying to put my files into a folder called as ASP.NET MVC5 Training, and I'm going to call my very first application as Intro to MVC5, and then simply click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, you can see under ASP.NET templates you have to choose MVC here, and then under Add Folders and Code References for MVC is selected for you. If you wish to do Web API as well, we have to click on this. Currently, I'm happy with the MVC here. And also you can notice here there is something like change authentication. If you click on change authentication, you are presented with 4 different options. Basically, if you use these options, then Visual Studio will automatically create for you an application with a lot of pre-written code in it. Of course, that code can be customized by us. If I actually choose no authentication, that means there will not be any code for you to validate whether you are an authenticated user or not, because we don't want any authentication to get into your application. If I actually choose individual user accounts, then the user's information can be stored into a SQL Server database, and which actually helps you to register, as well as you can actually sign into the website using that account. If you are actually using work and school accounts, then it actually tries to help you with some pre-written code which will validate your credentials against the Active Directory or Azure Active Directory or Office 365. If you are going for the Windows authentication, yes, it will simply verify your credentials against the Active Directory of your server. So if you actually choose these options, there will be a lot of pre-written code for you, which actually helps you to get these things done. So if I'm actually selecting Windows authentication for this demonstration, I'll leave this option as it is, and then I click on OK. Now you can see the type of authentication is Windows authentication. Right now I'm not interested in hosting this application onto the cloud, so I'm not selecting this option and simply click on OK. So this is how we can actually create a simple MVC5 application with Windows authentication using Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition. So by default, yes, it actually comes up with a pre-written application, so where there's a lot of code written in it. This code can be customized by us. Initially, let's close this and let's go back to View and Solution Explorer, and you see there are a lot of different folders. You will understand the significance of each of these folders as we move on to the other lessons. Also, you can notice under references there is something like system.web.mvc, which is the main assembly for us. So how do I come to know which version of MVC I'm using? You can simply right click on that assembly and go into the properties window, and you can see the version as 5.2.3, which is what we are actually using with this Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition. Now, so there's a lot of code written in it already. So there are a lot of controllers and a couple of views we have. So at this point of time, we don't know what these files are all about, but we can actually simply go ahead and try to run this application. So I'm actually trying to run it through a different browser. So as soon as this application is ready, this is what you see in the browser. Now you can see our first ASP.NET 5 application is now running in the browser. So you can notice there are a couple of links like home, and then you can click on about. It's a different view, and there's a contact view for us. Also you can notice currently I'm logged in onto this system as one of the user, which is using the Windows based authentication. And this application already has got some heading stuff here, and then you got some UI design as well. So whatever that you're seeing currently on the screen, everything can be customized by us. So this is when I click on about, you can see the URL has changed to home/about. When I click on contact, the URL has got changed to home/contact. And obviously when I click on home, I'm in the root of the website. So this is how Visual Studio will give you a pre-written application when you create an absolutely new MVC5 application.